Now, there's a video that is making its round on social media with a man. He is making all sorts of allegations, accusations of stuff about dancehall artist Vybz Cartel and why he should remain in the place that he's presently at, in a prison, incarcerated. I want you to take a listen, take a look to exactly what this man has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Yeah, man, that's how the thing go, you know. And for the big pussy boy, what him name? Vybz Cartel. Cartel, you need to go suck your mother and dead in a blood clot prison. That's how we say. And we'll never change. Because you mash up everybody's career. You call Tommy Lee and you make him cry. You diss Black Rhino. You make people shoot nuclear after the car crash and you don't visit him in a hospital. You diss every blood clot body. You have Lisa Hype at Talk Wood on internet. Everybody where you go around you mash up. All bounty killer thing you mash up. And then now you come ball say you're in prison. Brother, you say you're a bad man, you know. Which bad man? A bad man and go to prison go cry. Yo, big up to Ninja Man. You know, so Ninja Man hold it. I saw you for learn for hold it. And if you link up with Ninja, so him can teach you for hold it. Because you're going like you're a gangster. And when prison reach you, start for blood clot ball. Go get this big batty man, blood clot liar. My youth and a waste man. And that's the thing there. Load the youth them. In the last 10 years, a lot of youth bust and get an opportunity. Because you're not there to bad mind them career. Nobody no bumbuckler give a fuck about Vybz Cartel. Pussy. So stop payola for coming at the blood clot news. Cause pay bumbuckler and promo. You're there prison. Your fun done. Your time done. I make you kill people son for gun. Your time done. Move up, man. Bumbuckler. This all Scratchy B and this all the whole Portmore bumbuckler gang. I'll never brought to have man beat up on a standpipe and you come go on like you're a good bumbuckler somebody. Cause suck your blood class self and dead in that bumbuckler pussy. Then for let you out of your hole and grey. Cause you're not relevant. You're not relevant. You're not relevant. There's an elephant in the room that need to be addressed and is a pussy name. Yo, that's the thing there. Bumbuckler. Them know say a sicky type says so. Sikkiype. A sicky type says so. Pussy, you're dead in that bumbuckler. No road for blood clot you. Anybody will mash up the blood clot industry and mash up black people thing. I teach people them for bleach them skin. I teach black people say we not for love ourselves for be bumbuckler, black and proud. After James Brown say you have to talk it out loud. You want to come blood clot teach people them for mash up themselves and then you come go on like you idiot. Because everywhere you go destruction you bring. To you destroy your own self and now you destroy your own self. You don't know if you blood clot though. See nobody know you call. God deaf to that one here. You could have pray and pray and pray. God now answer that blood clot demon here. Go suck on yourself. Big up all the real Gaza artists them. All Black Rhino you this too. You this everybody and you want people sorry for you. Go! And in that blood clot, you're crying and looking alien, big head blood clot in her sunglasses. Suck yourself, big batty man, Busta Rhyme. Go so! That me say, no world boss, third world boss. Go!
Now, people, like I said, the views that you heard is the views of that man, not necessarily mine. Might agree with some things, might disagree with some things. Some of the stuff that he spoke are stuff that are out there that could be factual allegations, accusations. We've heard that he has dissed many of the artists. As a matter of fact, people are saying that more than likely he is doing bad to the artists. He was just manipulating the artists, taking advantage of them, using them for his own financial gain. Yes, them get a bus, but they were broke. We've seen a lot of posts being made by his lawyer and Vybz Cartel on social media. So this man is saying Vybz Cartel seems as if him can't really hold it. When him get the pressure is breaking, busting his pipe. And then, of course, he spoke about his lawyer, Isaac Buchanan, which he is saying that he is a fish. Now, people, sometimes people say stuff. Sometimes it is truth. Sometimes it is some sorts of promotional campaign. So, therefore, they have ulterior motive to promote themselves. So while some of what he is saying might be truth, some might be allegations, accusations, we see that this man is promoting himself, saying that he is sicky type. Don't know if he's some sort of internet, social media personnel, or he is an artist. Now, people, like they say, there is pros and cons to everything. So therefore, I hope this man if he's in Jamaica, he knows that there might be some sorts of repercussion, backlash for this in Vybz Cartel because of the type of followers that he has. He should know that his life might be in jeopardy. So therefore, when he analyze and assess pros and cons of what he might gain by some sorts of promotion, by putting out some sorts of controversial video, I hope he knows that it can also go way, way left. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, I received a couple of pictures the other day of an incident that was said to have taken place in a place called Green Island. Green Island is in Hanover, where it is said that two brothers lost their life controversially at the hands of the Popo, JCF that is. The two brothers, 24-year-old Enrique Harvey, 26-year-old Romain Harvey. I am going to tell you what the Popo had to say. I am going to tell you the conflicting story of what the residents and family members had to say. Based on the police's account of the situation, they said that they held on to Enrique Harvey, took him to the house to make some sorts of search for some sorts of tool. When they went in the house, it is said that Mr. Enrique pulled some sorts of tool, pointed it in the direction of the officers. The officers took evasive action, returned FIRE. After the smoke cleared, Mr. Enrique was down for the counts. Two other officers also corroborated that story and said what made it even worse. They saw a man that was identified as the brother, Romain. He then also rushed in the direction of the officers, pointed some sorts of tool at the officers. The officers took evasive action, returned FIRE. Next patient, same sorts of treatment. Both brothers were taken to the hospital where they were pronounced. No officer was hit, no officer was injured. Now people, like I said, the residents said nothing don't go so. The men were taken in. There was no sorts of tool in the man them on, no sorts of tool in the house. However, the Popo again report is conflicting. Here is some of the things that I have a problem with. If you as an officer go on some sort of operation, some sort of warrant, you hold on to the suspect person of interest. That person should be in handcuff with his hands behind him. That person should get no sort of chance to pull any sort of tool, then fire the tool at you, you fire back. People, me just say, logics would tell us that no sorts of story that makes absolutely no sorts of sense. What makes no sorts of sense also is that the brother saw what was going on, see that he was at an disadvantageous situation and did the same thing, people, unless these two brothers were on some sorts of take for themselves mission. This makes no sort of sense. The next thing is that Indicom is investigating. Indicom said that there is no sort of report of anybody wearing any sort of body camera. Now, people, we've heard all sorts of report. The JCF is going to be getting all sorts of body cam. And whenever they go on any sorts of special operation, they will be wearing these cameras. People, you and I know that, listen, these officers are not going to wear these cameras. And even if they were wearing these cameras are going to get missing or damaged for whatever reason that is, because they will cover up their action. Now, people, on the other hand, Jamaica have a big crime problem. If these two brothers were indeed criminal elements, like I said, whenever that DEATH warrant is signed, even if when them go for you, you're there with your pastor and you're confessing, you're giving your life over to Christ, even if Christ himself did it, you are got DEAD. However, if these two youths are innocent without a shadow of a doubt, and this happened, this is what we call MURDER, whichever way that you want to spin it. So here again is a situation in which Bugoyaga-ism was used, lack of professionalism was on display here. wherein had the Popo followed the protocol. However, people, the protocol is not going to be followed whenever some sorts of psychs is being used, whenever the DEATH warrant is made out or issued out for some notorious character. In this case, these two youths might have been criminal element, so therefore they work or they got exactly what they work for. Whether it is controversial or unjust, a win is a win is a win. That is the way that the Pope are taking out these criminal elements. By controversial mean, we will take it. However, whenever any sorts of innocent person loses their life, then we have to rethink this policy. So when we listen to the side of the officers claiming that one brother point some sorts of tool, fire at them, they took evasive action. The next brother, same thing. The fact that they found two tools, people like them say, 3 strikes and you're out. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is some controversy that has been brewing in the news on social media in a real life, in which Dr. Christopher Tufton was hit down off his bicycle while he was riding. He was taken to the hospital by dancehall artist Valiant. So people were saying that he was getting preferential treatment by the hospital because of who he is, because of his status. We even saw that persons from the PNP was giving it some sorts of backlash. Well, people, the University of the West Indies Hospital, as in Mr. Singh, has responded, and he is saying, claiming that the doctor came in on some sorts of triage. That means that them assess and analyze your situation of the sense of urgency or emergency. He fell in the category of category 2, which is some sorts of close to trauma because of some sorts of accident. Take a listen, take a look to what the good doctor has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
The triage levels are range from 1 to 5, with 1 being the most severe and the level 5 being at the bottom with the less severity. I was a consultant on duty. I cannot get into the specifics of the minister's injuries. That, I mean, is patient confidentiality. But based on what took place, being an accident and therefore being labeled as a polytrauma, that goes at the top of the list, is level 2, basically, in the severity, emergency severity index.
Now, people, here are the facts of what people actually have to go through in a Jamaica. Everybody in a Jamaica have picnic when them a ride on them bicycle, them skate or whatever, and them fall, them broke them hand, them broke them foot. When they go to the hospital, they are not immediately given any sorts of bed. However, you and I know that in no sorts of system, even in America, if you are the head man of some sorts of organization, health and wellness, when you go to the hospital, you are definitely going to get preferential treatment. However, in the case in which Dr. Tufton is a croft like most ministers in a Jamaica, and he is responsible for the bad situation in which our health facilities are in. He should not get any sorts of preferential treatment. He should learn to suffer like the rest of us, because he was probably one of the persons that caused the problem. However, you know that money and power talks and BS walks in a Jamaica. So therefore, when this man go in, even if there was no sorts of bed, they were going to fling somebody off of the bed, if I even granny doing some sorts of life-saving surgery, and give it to the doctor, point blank and period. And I am not saying that it is right. I am just saying one thing that we've realized about politicians, they are always going to get the back if they are going to be wrong and strong. And these persons, including Mr. Singh, will even lie to cover up for the good doctor, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about a store that I spoke about a couple of days ago in a place named Sydenham, that is in Spanish Town, St. Catherine to be specific, where there was a viral video showing 4 men going towards a man that was a POPO officer. They were attempting to rob that officer. However, the officer turned the table. After the smoke cleared, one of those men was hit. His name is AJ Big H. He was taken out on the spot. He was rushed to the hospital. However, he did not make it. His other 3 compatriots, them take what themselves run. However, based on information that is now circulating on the street, the Don that sent them out on the work gave them this tool to go on this mission. He wants money for the tool that was missing because remember, the Popo recovered some sorts of tool. It is said that one of those survivors, his name is Crystal's son. Crystal was told in no uncertain terms that she has to pay far over $150,000 for that missing tool. It is said that she complied, the son was beaten, the son had to take away himself. There's also information that the next man, Tuffy, OC, Ali boy, he was also KILLED, him head was taken off. I have not confirmed that as yet. There are information that some sorts of body was found on the PJ Patterson Highway. It might be him, not confirmed either. Based on information provided by my source, it is said that the person that is the Don for that era, his name is Andre Bogle, known as Ryder or Ryder Spartas. It is said that he is a friend of Tommy Lee Sparta. Not saying that Tommy Lee Sparta is a part of the gang, but just I'm gonna know. Based on information, it is said that he is in the place, Gongo Lane to be specific, and he is on some sorts of recruitment campaign for one order. It is said that anybody that is not saying order or is this in the order, they are going to be beaten from people from Capture Land. It is also said that this man is in the area and he is randomly taking persons' phone, unsuspecting people living at the neighborhood, and he must search to see if there's any sorts of communication with these people or any sorts of blogger. And if that information is found, you know exactly what is going to happen. So I say this to say that this message is going out to the JCF, this message is going out to CTOC. All the relevant authority, the people in Gongo Lane in that era, they are afraid for their life. The place is under siege. So therefore, the people are asking you to get rid of this menace to society. People like me say, based on information after that gun was missing when AJ Big H lost his life, Andre Bogle said that they should not have left them friend. Even though the friend was cornered by the Popo, they should have still recovered that tool. So therefore, the tool is more important than their life. So for all of you persons with aspirations of being any sorts of gangster that like to borrow a tool and go on mission, just remember the pros and the cons to everything. The cons is that you will lose your life, suffer the consequences, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.